The line between justice. Chapter 1. The quiet room. The room was too quiet for a place where someone had just died. I stood in the doorway for a long moment before stepping inside. Experience had taught me not to rush. The first few seconds at the crime scene matter, not because of what you see, but because of what you feel. Every crime leaves behind an atmosphere, like a sourdough that refuses to leave. Sokha lay on the floor near the window, his body engulfed unnaturally. One arm stretched as if he had reached for something that was no longer there. His eyes were open. They always were. Rain tapped softly against the glass outside. Steady and patient, the window was closed, locked from inside. No forced entry. I exhaled slowly. Anything? I asked. Officer Lina stood near the kitchen table, holding a small notebook. She was new, smart, observant, eager to prove herself, too eager some things. No sign of struggle. One wound, clean. Whoever did this knew exactly what they were doing. I nodded and moved deeper into the apartment. The furniture was neat, almost carefully arranged. Nothing knocked over. No broken glass. People imagine murder as choice, screaming violent, but the most dangerous crimes are quiet. On the table, I noted two glasses, one empty, one half full. I leaned closer. Only one had fingerprints. That was the first lie the room told me. Chapter 2. People who arrive too fast. Mr. Wan arrived less than 15 minutes after we called. He was breathing hard when he walked in, like a man who had rushed, but his clothes were perfect. Not a wrinkle, not a drop of rain. I can't believe this, he said, shaking his head. Sokha was my friend. Friend? People always say that word when they are afraid of being accused. We understand you were there earlier tonight, I said calmly. Yes, for business. Money? He hesitated, just a fraction of a second. Yes, how much? A disagreement, he said quickly. Nothing serious. I watched his hands. They were clenched so tightly, his knuckles had gone pale. Can you tell me what Sokha was wearing when you left? I asked. Another push. He answered correctly, but not naturally. Innocent people don't calculate their memories, they just remember. Chapter 3. The camera never blinds. I stayed late at night. The station was nearly empty. Lights dimmed. The hums of electricity filling the silence. I replayed the security footage from the building across the street again and again. 11:42 p.m. The door opened. The venture stepped out. Calm, control, no rush. I zoomed in. There it was, a ring. My chest tightened. I recognized it immediately. Police Academy class ring. Only one person on my team wrote it. Chapter 4. Betrayal. Officer Lina sat across from me in the interrogation room. No handcuff, not yet. You told me you arrived after midnight, I said. She met my eyes without fear. I lied. She said softly. The honesty hit harder than I would have. He destroyed my family, She continued. Sokha, he ruined my father's business, bribed his way out punishment. The law did nothing. So you excited to fix it? I said. She nodded. I don't enjoy it, she said, but I don't regret it. That was the most frightening part. Chapter 5. The Thin Line. I arrested her myself as I placed the cuff around her wrist. She leaned close and whispered, You would have done the same. I didn't answer, because the truth was, I didn't know. That night, as I walked out into the rain, I realized something I had spent my whole career avoiding. Justice is not clean. It is not simple. And the line between doing what is right and doing what feels right is thinner than anyone wants to admit. Every day I walk that line, and every day I hope I never cross it.